Chuck,
Eric,
how are you, brother?
how you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I've got confused and I called Spike from Me First, and it was really funny.
It's okay. No worries.
So, how are you, man? It's cool to have you back. You're gonna be back in Quebec.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. You guys, everyone has to be really quiet. We can't talk anymore. Sorry, I just finished rehearsal, and it's hard for me to hear you. My ears are ringing, and I'm on a phone that's not very loud. So, hey, how's it going, Eric? Nice to hear from you.
Sorry, man. Everybody's gonna be damn. It's lame. He's talking to Eric. We have to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm used to living alone for 5 years, so when all these fucking people are in my house for weeks on end, I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I want quiet.
Oh, I got you. I've got 4 kids here. I cannot do that.
You understand. You can relate, yeah.
But I would love to say that sometimes.
I know.
So it's going to be really easy when you're ready. As usual, I'm going to do the little intro, and I'm going to introduce yourself.
Yeah, because we're going on the radio, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought. That's why everybody needs to shut the fuck up. Okay, they're driving away. Okay, cool. The car is leaving. Perfect. Oh, Jason, our trumpet player, says hi. Eric.
Hello, my friend.
You're still. Ça va ou quoi?
Ça va très bien, man. I miss you guys. Can't wait to see you in June in Quebec. At Red Bridge and at Lancy. It's gonna be crazy. A great tour. People are so excited.
Fun, man.
I think almost every show are sold out already.
I know, that's really nice. The West Coast sold out already, and then now in June it's like getting close. So we're like, all right, people are ready for live music again.
Yeah, and like the Mad Caddies are the perfect soundtrack for happiness and just being free of what happened for 2 years. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Exactly.
So hell yeah.
Okay, well, I can hear you. I can hear you just fine. Everybody's outside now. It's quiet, and my phone is working. I got a good signal, so I think it should be fine.
Hell yeah. Perfect timing. My friend, welcome back to our Quebec radio show, Prescription Punk Rock. Each time it's a huge honor. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and we have great news. So, man, who the hell are you?
Hey, it's Chuck Robertson from the Mad Caddies coming to you live from California, Santa Barbara County. Right now, here we are. The sun is going down. It's a beautiful day. The grass is green. The weather is sweet. We love you, Eric. It's so nice to speak with you, my friend.
Oh, I love you too. Here it's a lot of snow. The winter start really slowly. Not we didn't have huge winter storm. Not huge amount of snow, but the last 2 weeks was pretty hard, and we got minus 35 a week and a half ago. So man.
Oh, hey, you got to taste the old man winter. That's nice.
Yeah. So we're gonna be ready for a warm up with the Mad Caddies. The sunshine and some hot stuff. Not cold stuff.
Oh yeah. No, I know. My girlfriend is from Saskatchewan, so for my birthday in January, I went up to Banff and had a holiday for my birthday. But she said it was like Canadian spring because it was only like negative 3 or 4 or something. So this is like springtime. So.
Cool. Yeah, it's
good weather.
It's such a great place to snowboard and ski. Like any teenagers know that's the first spot you have to hit when you got 18.
Oh yeah, it's funny, and it's all Australians and British people and Kiwis and South Africans, and they're all young and they're there for the snowboarding. It's so funny, and I quit that like 10 years ago. I broke my back snowboarding, and I'm like, no. So we went like walking like old people and did some ice skating and some nice forest walks.
Yeah, I'm there too, man. I black out the last time I did snowboard a couple of years ago, and I was done. I have a kid, man.
Yeah, I had plenty of good times for 20 years, and now I'm a middle age, so it's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch my son ski. I'll cruise on the snowboard. I'll go cruising, but no more extreme stuff,
So that's cool, man. You're gonna be back in June at Red Bridge. It's a beautiful festival. You're gonna love it. The vibe and the place. It's
Yeah,
45.
wait.
It's 45 minutes from Quebec, and like each year's it's jam packed, and it's really great festival.
We're really looking forward to it. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man.
And you're gonna do that little tour, so I know you're excited about this. But how's gonna be the show? Where are you guys? Because man, the catalog is such huge with the Mad Caddies. Is it easy to build a set list, or it's something always difficult?
Oh, well, we have a new lineup, so I guess you get the exclusive on the new lineup. There's been some people online saying, hey, you haven't announced it. We're like, well, yeah, we've tagged everyone on Instagram, but we're excited to announce Sean Sellers from Good Riddance and Pulley is the new drummer for Mad Caddies, which is exciting. And,
Wow.
yeah, and then Brandon from Authority Zero is on lead guitar now. And then John Ghazi, who's been playing percussion and been in the band for about 15 years, has moved to take over Graham's spot on bass. And we have our horn section, Stefan and Jason, and the band it just sounds so good after 3 years of, not playing. And we did one tour this August, but it was with a different drummer and guitar player. It was almost right, but wasn't quite right. And now it just feels so good. It's the Mad Caddies are back, and we just practiced for 2 hours, and it's smoking. And I'm just so excited to get back out and play. It's really, really, really good.
It's cool because it's staying in the family. All those people were.
Yeah, it's all the same family, and there's no drama. People were looking online for drama, blah, blah, blah. It was the fucking pandemic, man. People's lives changed, and people quit, and they moved on, and they had kids, they joined other bands, and there's no drama, there's no hate, there's nothing. We all wish the best for each other. It's only love. There's a new lineup. It's okay, and it's all family.
Yeah, and it's still going. That's I think
That's the important thing. We want to keep the music going,
And you create and build something really special with the Caddies, with the originality that you put in every record. There's always a theme or something, different each time. So, man, it would be like without the Caddies. I told you I miss you. Last time I saw you, it's been a couple of years. So, man, it's like vitamin C. So we need that.
Thanks. That's so nice of you to say, Eric. That's awesome.
And you're a live band, so it's gonna be good. And it's like I love that when there's some, I'm one of those guys that don't hate when the band change the lineup because it's exciting. Because you're gonna bring, there's always people that want to play the old stuff, and you're gonna revisit, I'm sure, songs that maybe you never thought to play again, or maybe never fucking play.
Yeah, well, it's fun because I've known Sean Sellers, since he was in Sparker, and this is deep history. Sparker was the first ska band I ever saw live when I was like 16 in Goleta, Santa Barbara. And they were like local heroes, and the singer was crazy. It was like Devo meets ska. It was so cool. And they had vinyl and everything. They were like ska dork punk rock heroes when we were in high school. And then he joined, Good Riddance and all these other bands. And then when we posted a picture with Sean, someone from our town was like, hey, he's finally playing in a ska band again 28 years later. The original ska drummer, Sean Sellers. We're like, yeah. So it's all one big fucking family, man. It's like, come on,
Yeah, it's cool. And after all those years, Sean's still doing like 2 bands in a festival. It's crazy.
Yeah, what's funny is, he's playing with Good Riddance and Mad Caddies on the same festival.
It's gonna be a huge challenge, and I'm sure he's gonna fucking nail it.
Yeah, he's fine. He's done it. He's playing with Pulley as well, so he's in like 3 bands. Oh, and he's also in Donald's band, Versus the World. They're putting out a new record. So yeah, he's in like 4 bands. But he's confirmed for our tours this year. We've got the priority on him, which is good.
It's a typical thing for a good drummer.
Well, yeah, and like he says, I'm a working drummer. I play drums for a living. I'd like to, pay for a house and my car and my son, hello. Sean's right here. Hello, right? Hey, get on. You're live on the radio in Quebec, Sean. Hey, Eric. Hey, what's up, Eric?
I'm good, and you?
Very good. Had a fucking amazing band practice. Get ready to hit the road.
It's gonna be crazy, man. And like I said, like Quebec is ready. It's like it's quiet right now. We know it's the calm before the storm, and man, we can't wait to see that new lineup and just live and party and just feel a great time.
Oh yeah, put the past behind us. This horrible couple of years we all went through as a humanity, and just celebrate and dance together again.
Yeah, it's so fucking true, man. And with what's happening in the world, that's what we need. And I don't know if you guys, feel it or saw it coming, but for the last 3, 4 years, ska is really coming back strongly. And, back in the days, there was people saying, oh, it's a 3, 4 years thing, which is untrue because then we'll
Right.
keep going. But it's cool to see that it's getting the respect it deserves, like the first wave of ska.
Exactly. Yes. Hey man, it was good to meet you. I'm about to head home. Sean and Brandon are out. They're saying good night to Quebec and see you soon. Chuck is still here.
Hell yeah. And yeah, I think it's cool to see that there's a new wave of band too. Spoke with Bite Me Bambi, they're crazy, they're good. And seeing like the Aquabats still doing it after all those years, it's gonna be really interesting, man, for ska for the next year.
Yeah, it's great. And like you probably guys don't know in Canada, but down in Mexico, like ska is the most popular music. Like if you go to Mexico and you go to like a bar district and you see all the music videos playing in the bars, it's basically 50% ska and reggae. It's like the number one music in Latin America is ska and reggae. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Worldwide love. Worldwide love. It's happy music, and it makes people feel comfortable and dance, and it's lovely.
Yeah, and it's complicated music too. That's the thing.
But it's still math rock for the dorks, because to make it sound good, you have to still be progressive musician and figure out where to put the bits and pieces.
I never asked you that. How music came to your life when you were kids? Is there anybody influence you, or you really discover by yourself, or any parents relevant?
Yeah, no, 100%. My mom and dad, they were huge music fans. They didn't play instruments, but they're very good singers. They sang in the choir in school and church and stuff. And my mom worked when she was like 19 years old. She worked at this place in Cotati, California, where I recorded my second solo album, actually, at this famous studio. But she worked at the bar down the street. And that's where like Santana got his start, and the Grateful Dead, and Taj Mahal, all these musicians. And she's like 19 years old, cocktail waitress, and watching the Grateful Dead and Santana start.
Wow.
And so she saw it firsthand. And then I just grew up in this small town, Solvang, this rural farm town. And my parents always had music. Every car trip, we would listen to records, everything. Grateful Dead, the Beatles, the Stones, Jimi Hendrix, all the classic rock, Crosby, Stills and Nash. I love Neil Young, Tom Petty. And then I didn't start playing music. I just loved to sing along, right, and pretend I was in the band. And then it wasn't until maybe 6th grade, so 10 or 11, I picked up a guitar, and I got a book, How to Play Guitar from the 50s. My dad got me an old acoustic, and I just taught myself how to play guitar. And then it just started from there. And then I found like Nirvana and Metallica, first the grunge, and then it was, of course, NoFX and Sublime and all the punk rock thing, and then just mind blown. And then here we are, still sitting here 28 years later, 30-something, 5 years later. I don't know.
It's cool. It's crazy. I've got the same background, just getting to Nirvana, the ground, and that huge wave. Because I'm 41, and that's what.
Yeah, I'm 40. I just turned 45, so it's the same thing. We went through the same stuff: classic rock, and then hair metal, like Def Leppard and Guns N' Roses, and then Metallica, then grunge, and then punk rock and ska.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's cool because I always get back to those, old 80s, 70s songs, and, really understand, like, where music came from.
And the production on some of those old albums still holds up so good today. Oh, it's just incredible. You listen to the 70s stuff from England and Jamaica, and even the 80s stuff, even, like, Men at Work, like, Land Down Under, I know it's overplayed a million times, but there's so many good B-sides on that record. Like, oh, man. Colin Hayes, one of the greatest singers, one of my heroes, the singer of Men at Work. So good. Still making good music today as well. At like 65, 70 years old, he's still doing solo albums that are amazing.
It's so funny because when I started doing interview, I was not talking about that at all, like hiding it. Like when I get to punk rock, like no one should know that my first concert was like Def Leppard and Van Halen, and you know.
Of course, yeah.
And then you start to ask those questions about how music came to your life, and you realize we're all in the same fucking era, and everybody fucking
because our parents were fucking super into music, and then they got their kids into music because we didn't have the internet, cable television. There was like 4 channels, and we listened to music, and we went and played outside. And life was great.
It's so true. It's so true.
It wasn't as complicated, I'll tell you that.
and playing with the records, just feel it in your hand and playing it, even if you knew you're gonna. They got like my parents got Madonna like discography from.
Sure. Sure.
And I was listening to it because what else can I do more? Yeah, like it's raining outside, friends are doing something else, so you get to it.
One of my favorite artists when I was a young boy was George Michael. I loved all his stuff. I didn't even know he was gay, and I don't care or didn't care then either. But his voice is so fucking beautiful. You're like, yeah, George Michael. He's my favorite singer right now for like 2 years.
It's written in my baby book that the first song I love was Karma Chameleon from Boy George.
Oh yeah, Karma. I love that song too. Oh man, we don't need to sing it, but it's so good. I almost broke out and started singing it. I have memories of me being like 8 years old at my friend's house, the rich kid who had like a quarter pipe skateboard ramp, and like that song playing on the radio and me going up and down the quarter pipe, just doing little turns, trying to get up the ramp, and listening to that song. Funny.
And I think that the greatest musician isn't like the one that played perfectly, or the one that really opened mind.
He had the most beautiful voice ever. It was just a shame he became a drug addict later in life and died early. But man, what a great voice! What a great voice.
So true. So true. So you guys rehearsal for the tour. Is there anything in the air? Is there any new songs?
Oh, Eric. We've already been in the music mine, in the laboratory, for 2 weeks, my friend. The record's almost done.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
Well, see, the thing is I've been a busy boy since the pandemic because, there was nothing to do. So I recorded one Chuck Robertson record, released it. Then I recorded another Chuck Robertson record. That's going to come out hopefully by May. It's done. I just have to master it and like remix one song.
Wow.
And then I basically wrote about 100 songs in like 2.5 years. And so I had all this stuff ready to go. And then we've been rehearsing for 3 weeks. And then we recorded the last 2 weeks. I took a break last week and I flew up to see my son in Tahoe for the weekend and ice skated and did father time before tour. And then we're hitting the road. But yeah, we come back from tour. I'll go back in and do the real vocals, and we'll get the horns on it. We're going to actually record the horns while we're on tour. And then I'll just come home and do vocals and piano and some I want to put some accordion and some cello on it, and I think we'll be good. And we got about 10 songs done already, and maybe we'll record 4 or 5 more just have some extras. But yeah, 10 or 11 songs, and we're just stoked. They're very different. They're very caddies. They're very not caddies. They're very there's reggae, there's rock, there's some country. It's fun.
Hell yeah!
Really excited, very excited to be back in the saddle again. To quote whoever that is, that fucking Aerosmith or some shit. It's cliche, but hey, it feels good, man.
Yeah, I feel you, and it's cool to hear that, And when we spoke, when you released your solo records, your solo with friends records, it was cool to see that you took that negative thing and change it into something positive, because like you said, it didn't it affect you because life was still going. So you create, and I think that's why we're here. Try to create and put something out there that gonna people gonna have feelings around that and gonna think and make them that's art.
Yeah. I appreciate your sentiment, and yes, for me, I was just like everyone. I'm a man of science, and I've always followed alternative thoughts, and I've been a big UFO guy. I'm like a mini Tom DeLonge. Like, I've been following the alien shit for 25, 30 years, and all this and government conspiracies and blah, blah, blah. But just like everybody, when the pandemic hit, I was fucking scared, sure, for like a month or two, just like everyone. Like, oh, fuck, no, this is gnarly. Oh, I'm scared. And then slowly I started peeling back the layers of information and truth and all this stuff. And I got to the hard science of the people that were telling the truth back then. And now we know they were telling the truth 3 years later. Ha, ha, ha. Thank you, Elon Musk, for fucking buying Twitter. You're my fucking hero and telling the truth. And now, I was called crazy 2 years ago because I said this is bullshit. And now, oh, yeah, okay. So we don't need to talk about it anymore. But anyway, what that did for me was it inspired me, okay, they took away my touring. I can't play live music. What do I do? Well, I still can play live music, only outside, because I live in a rural town. And the live music stayed on outside, outdoors. And so I said, okay, I need to start a hometown band with my old buddy's dad and like whoever can play with me. Whoever is not scared of COVID and will get in a room with me and practice every day. Those are the guys that are hired. And so I put together a ragtag band of old friends and local construction worker guys, and we did the Chuck Robertson record, and it was awesome. It was super fun. And then we did a second one, and then it was like, okay, then Caddies time was starting again. So, okay, we can go back on tour in real life. Okay, side project was fun, solo record, got out all these tunes, and now it's time to get back to the real deal, the Mad Caddies, because I miss the horns.
It's always about the horns.
Oh man, Stefan and Jason are so good too. They're so good. It's incredible to hear them. And they just flew in from France yesterday. So we've been practicing for weeks without them, and then to hear the horns come in, we're just like, just goosebumps and all the hair standing up on my arms. And like, yes, finally.
Yeah, the timing is incredible. You're talking about UFO. It's so surreal that Biden mentioned that it's a possibility, and China.
I know.
And you're like, come on, guys.
Dude, it's like, look over here, and where they're telling us to look, look up at the sky. What are they doing? Are they digging underground right now? Because you're supposed to look the other way when they do this shit. You're like, okay, what's the distraction?
Trick.
What are they hiding right now?
Yeah, it's the old tricks. Like, okay.
And like Trudeau even got to say he ordered one shot down. Your little boy got to say fucking, oh yeah, I shot one down, eh? Fucking going for a rip in our territory, not on my watch, eh?
It's horrible too in Canada. Like, we're so tired of him, and it's just every time he's opened his mouth, we're like, oh fuck.
Dude, I used to like him. I used to like him years ago before I actually heard him speak, and then you get to know him, and you're like, oh wait, you're like that hot girl that's just really stupid, and you have nothing to say. Like, there's nothing inside there.
I've got hype at first when he said, we're gonna bring weed legal, and was like, yeah, finally.
Sure,
and then,
sure, everybody's like, yay, yeah.
So that was not that good thing, but anyway. And then the rest is
he
just
tricked
like
everybody with that. It's like, yeah, get high, and I'm gonna wear blackface and pretend to be an East Indian and insult a whole nation of people. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Look, it's everywhere in the world. It's just.
But hey, I want you to know though that I follow geopolitics like probably too much. Like, I spend too much time watching it, and I follow Canadian politics like to the T. And I like the Pierre Poilievre, man. I love him. He did that. And we shouldn't get too political, but the reason he got me is because he did some ad where he's at a brewery and he pours himself a beer and it's all foamy, and like half the beer is foam, and he goes, "This is what Trudeau is trying to do to your beer. Tax it hard. You work hard. You're Canadian. You get off work and you'd like to have a cold beer. Well, he's trying to take half your beer away." I'm like, yeah, that's how you get the Canadians.
It's true. I saw it and I was like, yeah, you're gonna have so much, votes. But
that's how you get to the people, man. You talk about real shit like the price of eggs and chicken and beer and the fuel, and like, man, this is the real shit that everyday people have to deal with. And you rich people that are in charge, you don't care. You don't even go to the grocery store, come on.
Yeah, that's the problem, you know. It's just that, you know, building something politics and go against them, it costs so much money and it's so hard,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. People are like, "Hey, Eric, you talk a lot. You're, you know, you have views about politics. You're well balanced. Why don't you, you know, go and try to win an election?" I'm like, "Man, do you know what it costs? I need a team, man, and most of those
Because
people
you
are
don't have
fucking
$2 million
corrupt."
in the bank. You
Yeah.
just lose the first time, and then do it again and again until you win. You're like, yeah, exactly.
I
No
mean,
money.
Joe Keith did that, man, with DOA, and it's crazy, but man, it took him so many years, like 25 years.
Sure. Well, that's why we have podcasts and radio shows, my friends. That begin. You know, I'd like to give a big shout out to a podcast that I started watching during the Ottawa Freedom Convoy
Yeah.
last February. This guy, his name is Clyde Do Something out of Calgary, and he does a great podcast and news and follows the Canadian politics. And then he's a freedom fighter and standing up for civil rights and freedom of human beings to live freely without you know, fascist dictators trying to wave a wand over us and tell us what to do. Freezing bank accounts because you gave $20 to a trucker. I mean, come on, this is not cool. You know.
It's and you really nail it when you said, you know, we're such in a weird time where when you express yourself and you say, you know, I'm always in the middle of things, but you know, I respect opinions, and it's sad that people share their opinion and they're categorized as, you know, oh, you're you know,
you're a fascist, you're a racist, or you're a leftist, or but no, how about everybody usually agrees in the middle, and you're supposed to love and respect everybody and respect people's opinions when they're different from yours, and we all can agree to disagree sometimes, and everyone's allowed their opinion. It's called free speech in an open, healthy society.
And media just put like words like, and they bully those people. Like if
They bully them, yeah.
It's always about the left and the right wing at the end, and I'm so tired of
Divide
that
and conquer
shit,
is the
man.
oldest story. Divide and conquer. How about shake your neighbor's hand, go share a coffee, go share a beer, go fishing together, go play soccer together, and believe it or not, most of us all pretty much agree on everything.
Yeah, go
aside
see the,
from like
go.
a few things on the far left and the far right, but most people are right in the middle.
They should like go see the Mad Caddies. After that, they would be like happy and they would
Mad
stop
Caddies
fighting.
is like fucking. Mad Caddies is like pornography for everyone that just wants peace, love, and respect.
Oh, I miss you, Chuck.
You won't find any. Maybe in a radio interview with me and with my good friend Eric, he's getting me riled up and we're talking about politics. But you will never hear politics at a Mad Caddy show. You're only going to hear love and dancing and punk rock and ska and reggae. That's it.
Yeah, mostly. I never go politics too with the radio, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool to share your view and talk
Well,
about
these are
it.
crazy times, and with the 4 UFOs shot down in the last couple of days, I mean, everybody's kind of on high alert. It's like, dude, this is gnarly. I mean, it's on the mainstream news. It's not like we're talking fringe stuff here. Everybody's talking about it. So.
Yeah, people gonna wake up in a world where Tom DeLonge was totally right, and it's gonna change. It's gonna be surreal.
Okay. I wanna tell you this one thing about Tom DeLonge. Listening to all his, you know, podcasts and lectures and stuff and interviews, the one thing that freaks me out the most is that he was asked this question: what, like, when you found out the information that you're not allowed to share with us, Bill, like what happened? He goes, I didn't sleep for a whole week. That scares me. Because he says, yeah, there are very evil ones too.
Wow.
Like, oh no.
Did you actually ever met him in person when you were in festival?
Of course, yeah. Oh, of course. Mad Caddies started opening for Blink-182 when they were like a baby band coming up and playing the underground, this all ages, and they also had alcohol, but like cool all ages rock venue in Santa Barbara called the Underground, Emerald City, Coach House. It had like 5 names, but it was there forever. It's finally gone, but so Mad Caddies was like the high school band. We would open up. We'd have to sell 50 tickets to pay pay-per play, or what do you call it? Pay-per-play, pay-for-play. I don't know. I'm dyslexic, so.
Oh, they were doing that.
confusing
Like
it.
you need to sell 50 tickets and then okay.
Yeah, you know how you have to sell 50 tickets to open up for Blink or Skank and Pickle or, you know, Let's Go Bowling. And but we wouldn't sell 50. We'd sell like 150. Our whole high school would come. And then, so then all of a sudden, Mad Caddies started getting their own shows, and we're like, yeah, here we go. But Blink, they're always cool. They're just like dorky fucking surfer dudes, skater guys, and Tom's a sweetie, man. And like, we played festival. I mean, yeah, Travis Barker used to play in the Aquabats, and yeah, he has got the Mad Caddies Cadillac tattooed on his chest, and ska right underneath it. It's like, yeah, dude, we know what that was. Like, thanks, Travis. Love you, brother.
It's so cool. I didn't know that you opened for them at some point, but I
when we were little kids, man. We were like 17, and Blink was like 20. They're like 3 years older than us, or whatever.
Nice, yeah. Because anyway, people are all about Tom DeLonge negatively, but it's brilliant dude, man, and I love the documentary he did. I really more
really cool.
You get to learn more of him and like see like how he play and everything. He had vision, and that's cool.
Yeah, and our childhoods were different. I had a really, really good childhood. My parents are still together, and I grew up in a small village, and he grew up in like a single home, and like kind of like grabbed on to skating and punk as like a escape from kind of a rougher childhood, according to what he says in the documentary or whatever. But just like me, like, in the van before there was the internet and phones and stuff, man, you had to do something for like 8 hours. You're going across the country for a month. You're like 17, 18 years old. Yeah, I read like UFO books and like listened to UFO stuff at the night. Art Bell, West of the Rockies, the famous radio show that came on at night, and we'd all listen to it, and you'd find out all this conspiracy X-Files stuff. And man, that was us. And so I feel a strong connection to him. I've been trying to reach out to him. Actually, I don't have his phone number. But my management trying to get us hooked up, because even if I can just contribute music to whatever he's working on, because he's doing a whole media thing with To the Stars Academy, and putting out film and comic books and television shows about the UFO phenomenon. I'm like, dude, I want to be involved. Like, I got some spaceship songs that I'm not going to put on the Mad Caddies record. I'm saving for like Tom DeLonge show,
Oh, that's great, man. Come on, if anybody in Quebec have a contact.
No, I mean, everybody in NoFX has his number. It's just like, I just haven't been, there's no reason right now. And now that we're doing stuff again, I'm like, oh yeah, I've been thinking for 2 years, I should really talk to Tom. Be like, hey, it's your old buddy Chuck. Remember we used to stand in line at Warped Tour 98 together, waiting for fucking garden burgers off the barbecue,
And they remember, man, like,
No, we're all bros. Okay, one last funny Blink story. This is funny. I'm going to totally throw Tom under the bus. This is a good one, and it's Blink and it's NoFX. Backstage at this huge festival in Austria, like, I don't know, probably fucking 8 or 10 years ago or something. And Blink-182 is the headliner. NoFX is the support, and Mad Caddies. I think we were like on the other stage or something probably, but anyway, we're backstage, and NoFX and Blink are hanging out, and Fat Mike's being funny. He's like, yeah, whatever. He's just being punk rock. He's like, yeah, we never sold out. We didn't go on MTV. And Tom just looks at it, he laughs, he goes, how many yachts do you have? And we just all started laughing. A yacht is like a blow-up star. But like, yeah, I've got 3 yachts, Mike. Good job not selling out, bro. How much did you guys get tonight? Oh yeah, we got 1 million. Oh, you got 100,000? Oh yeah, cool. That was my best rock star moment of my entire career. I'm glad I remember that story. It's just Fat Mike just getting owned by fucking Tom. Oh yeah, how many yachts do you have? Oh yeah, 0. I got 3.
You got 2 more than the guy from the Wolf of Wall Street, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Just 2 more.
And I don't know if he really had 3 yachts. He might have been totally just taking the piss, but just basically saying, I'm way fucking richer than you, bitch.
But it's crazy what happened in the 90s. It will never happen again.
And I'm so proud of Blink. They got the record deal. They were little kids, man, and they got on MTV, and they got rich. And Fat Mike didn't go on MTV, and he got rich too, just not as rich. But like, good for you guys. We're all so happy, and we love you. That's great. If you can make money off your art, I support you, and I love you, and great job.
And
beat the system. So fucking congratulations.
Yeah, you're right. And I think everybody has his role, That's the way I see life. I would love to play in a band and sing, but I don't have the talent. So, man, I've got the
Sure.
radio show and I'm happy with that.
And
And
you
I
do a
think
great
that
job at it.
and NoFX is the most influential band of my generations in punk rock.
Sure, I would agree. For punk rock, like No Effects is number one. I mean, okay, you could argue Bad Religion or Rancid, the top three, right? Okay.
Yeah, but I will put Bad Religion at the time of Black Flag because they were like starting at that
Yeah, they were
time.
before. You're right.
So
It's No Effects. It's No Effects, Pennywise, Lagwagon, and No Effects is obviously the top dog. Yeah.
so for many band, everybody knows that they're number one in influential band, and like they do like the Linoleum, like the song that is most covered. So Blink will
Right,
never
sure.
be that. It will never be like
Right.
the most. So like everybody's got their role.
Everybody's got their own thing, and Mad Caddies had the offer to sign to a major label deal back in the '90s. We already did 2 records on Fat, and we got the major label offer, and I won't say how much money, but it was a lot, and we said no. And we said we want to stay with Fat Mike, and Kevin Lyman, who owns the Warped Tour, who hooked the deal up, he goes, Fat Mike likes to play a lot of golf. I'm like, I like golf too. He goes, well, you'll be happy at Fat. I go, thank you.
I came from a golf family, so I feel you.
Yeah, me too. My grandparents took me golfing when I'm like 5 years old at the driving range at the country club, Like, fuck.
Wow, man. My grandfather is a legend because he just got one hand and he was a hell of a player. So everybody were talking about the one hand dude.
Wow. One hand? Like, how did he do it?
Yeah, and he just like he got his technique and his swing is.
Did he have the arm? He was just missing a hand.
No. He just like he had nothing, no implants, nothing. He just like he had that technique where he just like one of his hand is just taking the weight of and then the other.
Sure, and then the other one. Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I can picture it. Okay, cool.
He was great, man. He wins so many like trophy and everything. He got like 100 or 200 trophy. He nailed it. I'm sure he would be like professional, but life is life.
Good.
So yeah, it's golf over like a lot of money. But that's so punk, man. When you're a kid, just having to see that amount of money and saying no, man, that's really impressive.
No, well, because we knew that the money would go away really quick, and we knew major labels were signing all these ska bands like Real Big Fish and Say Ferris and Less Than Jake, and they all went to the majors. And we go, we want to have a long career, and we don't want to like have one little hit and then they don't care about us anymore, and then have to go back to Fat Mike and be like, hey, can we come back?
Pity.
We were already happy. We were almost to a tour bus. We were still in the van, but we're like, dude, another year or two, we're gonna get big enough to rent a tour bus, and then we really made it. That's all we care.
Crazy it is. You deserve it in so many years, but
there's so many of us. It was so hard to ride in the van with like 10, 11 fucking people. It's not like we're like a 4-piece punk band. It's like 6 guys. It's 4 guys, 2 crew, no problem. In a van, it's no problem. But you got 10, 11 people, it fucking sucks. You're like, get off me. I can smell everything about you. Like, I don't want to smell you. I don't want to hear you. Like, go away. And then when you have a tour bus, he's like, okay, bye. You go in your bunk and close the curtain. And it's your own private sanctuary.
But congrats, man! You took the right decision, and when you're a kid, you would think like that's a lot of money, but you were pretty wise, and it's
because it wasn't a lot of money when you split it between 6 people. Let's say it was only going to be about $70,000 each, and fuck, that's nothing. I mean, you can it's gone in 1 year. So we chose a career. We chose a career.
And as you see, they put you in debt for the first records and then the second.
No, they were going to make us. The contract said we had to spend $500,000 recording the record. We go, fuck you. We make a record for $25,000. What are you, crazy? Like, it's $1,000 a day, 25 days. The album's done. Go home. Bye.
Yeah, and you get frustrated about that. A lot of bands of that time, man, they got signed and they're frustrated that.
Well, that's why we knew better, and so many bands out of Santa Barbara Santa Barbara was like the fucking out of England, where all the bands are from. Birmingham, like Santa Barbara was like Birmingham. So, dude, Dishwalla, Toad the Wet Sprocket, Atari, Lagwagon, Mad Caddies, blah, but we all came from Santa Barbara. But even before that, so many bands got signed to major labels out of Santa Barbara that you'd never even heard of, and they got like $1 million deals and then just got totally crushed. And I had like 3 really good friends that are like, I'm 45, they're like 55 now, and it was during the grunge or rock scene. All the record executives took limos to Santa Barbara every weekend because we had such a great live music scene and so many good bands. And yeah, half of them just got fucked by the majors. I'm like, no way, dude. No way. They'll just screw you. You get nothing. They'll give you a tour bus and put you on this big tour, and you come home. Oh, Ugly Kid Joe was also from Santa Barbara, and they warned us. They're like, dude, when I told them that, I made a few $100s a day by the time I was like 20 something, they're like, oh my God, we never made money on tour. We owed money when we got home. I'm like, how does that work? You're like, major label.
And they were right, man. It's the deal.
They were right. So we do to stay the fuck away, man. Do DIY, baby, DIY.
Yeah, and it's a long run, but you're still there, and that's amazing.
You got to be patient. It took us 4 to 5 years before we could actually make a living as a band, but we did it. By the time I was 24, 25, I could pay rent and eat food from playing music, and that's all that mattered.
And you're proud of the record you released, and that's another.
And you're proud of the music you made, and you had fun going with your buddies and going to all over the world, playing all these countries you would never go to. It's like, yeah, it's incredible. What a journey we've had.
Hell yeah. Chuck, man, can't wait to see you in person in Quebec. It's going to be so awesome.
And it's going to come up a lot quicker than we think. It's going to feel like a couple weeks, and then we're going to be there, man. I know.
Yeah, you're going to be stick with me for 3 days. You're going to be so tired of me after that.
Nah. We'll have some fucking poutine and, talk about how the Quebecois accent, because we got 2 French guys in the band now, so they're going to make fun of you guys for your accent, so.
Oh, yeah, we should do like a French interview with you.
No, we got to do a full French interview with Jason and Stefan, and then I'll sit in the middle and pretend like I understand everything, but I will have no idea. And then I'll just make a funny joke like every 5 minutes, but I'll pretend like I understand what's going on. That would be actually a really good YouTube video. We should do it, dude.
That's a deal. That's a fucking deal.
That's the deal. It's about comedy, lightheartedness, family, community, kids, old people, middle people, all of us. We're all human. We got to take care of each other. We got to work hard. We got to play hard. We got to celebrate and dance together. And that's life, man.
We got to live.
We got to live, my friend.
It's so true. Amen. And Chuck, thank you for your time, my friend. I love you deeply.
Thank you for your time.
And we're waiting for you in Quebec City.
That's great, Eric. And big shout out to Mr. Eric, and thank you for all your years of support and love. And it's always great to see you. Can't wait to see you in person soon, man. And yeah. And hey, you know what? You got the first exclusive on what happened to the Mad Caddies. It's called The Pandemic, and there's no drama, and everyone moved on. But hey, you heard it here first with Eric on the show. So.
It's crazy, man. It feels sometimes when you go on the internet, you're still in high school, man. I'm 41. I've got kids, man. Come on, get a life, guys.
And my mother tells me, my girlfriend tells me, my friends tell me, don't respond to any of that shit. But sometimes I'm just like, look, dude, how many times do I got to tell you? There's no drama. I know you're looking for drama, but, Sasha and Graham and Keith and Eddie, they all wish us the best, and we wish them the best. Everybody's cool, man. There's nothing to see here, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody wants drama. They want to look for it. They look at bands like it's like a sports team. That's what we were talking about. It's like they change players on your sports team. You're like, guys, people grow older and have kids and go to different sports teams. And as long as it's the same thing that you like, what do you like? You like the music. That's what you like. So as long as the music is being played good, then we're all in it together. Then everything's all right.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know, man.
But what it is, Eric, is we're all so sensitive to the stupid fucking internet, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about it, and I think it's a good way to end. There's 2.2 million Mad Caddies fans, according to Spotify, unique listeners, right? There's 5 people on Instagram or Facebook making a stink, which is like 0.00000000008% of your fans. No one cares. Most people live their life. Oh, Mad Caddies are coming to town. Cool, great. End of story.
It's true,
So
man.
we can't be affected by negative people in the comment section. You know, Joe Rogan talks about it. Everybody talks about it. We dwell on that little negative thing, and we all go, "Why are they doing that?" Well, they're doing that because they live in their mom's basement and they're fucking unhappy and they got nothing going on in their life. That's why. And so we should all reach out and say, "Hey, man, or gal, I love you, and I hope you feel better. You shouldn't be so negative, dude. Come on, get with it. Peace and love. Move on. Forget about it. Doesn't matter."
You know, I love the Caddies, and all I want is you to be happy. And whatever happened, man, as long as you keep doing it and you're happy, man, that's all that matters. And I'm
Well, we're all
happy.
happy, and we've always been a happy band, you know. And you know, that's Caddy's vibe has always been bringing joy. There's no drama. People look for it and they want it, and it's like, yeah, but it's cool because I wanted to make some announcement online and everything, and I'm like, nah. It'll just happen naturally. Whatever the first interview I do, well, here's the first interview. You got the exclusive. Now everybody knows. Hey, oh, you want to know what happened? Check out the radio interview. Check out Eric.
Unfortunately, we don't reach the whole world, but people in Quebec gonna know, and we're quality fans.
Exactly. Well, my fans in Quebec will be my keyboard warriors and let the haters be like, hey, dude, chill out. The band's going to be great. Enjoy the show. They've got professional players, and it's going to be an amazing show.
Can't wait. Chuck, you're the best, man. Thank you for your friendship. You don't know how much it means for me, man.
Well, likewise, brother. I think we're coming on, 15, maybe even 20 years now, so pretty cool, brother.
Yeah, I think we're near like 20 interviews. That's amazing. Thank you for saying yes.
Well, it always feels like home when I'm talking to you, brother, so thank you.
You are home. Quebec is your second home, Chuck.
Hell yeah. Much love.
Thank you. So see you in June. Till then, have the time of your life and keep on fucking skying.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah. Bye, Chuck. Thank you, brother.
Okay, thank you so much, Eric. I'm going to let you go. Thank you, brother.
Love you. Stay safe.
Love you.
Cheers.
Peace, brother. Cheers.
Prescription is what you need. No more inhibition. Set yourself free. Just let go. That's my only plea. A punk rock prescription.